Qwilter and Freddie Burwood have joined what looks like a dying trade. The firm they work for is one of only a handful of surviving lighterage companies. So how did you get your job?
Well, my father apprenticed me in 1972 at Waterman's Hall, and I had to wait about 2 years till, what, 1973. July 1973, I got to start with Mercantile, and I've been there ever since. It's not easy to get a job, you know, you have to keep going over to the union, what we call the pie shop, and it was through them that they got me the job, you know.
And Freddie work a 4-day week, 9.5 hours a day, and their basic pay is £77 a week. Like in the winter when it's really raining.
Very, very cold. Bad, yeah.
Do you still want to go to work? I mean, you both say you really like your job, and
it's more. Put it this way: when you wake up in the morning, you get a little bit like, you know, it's going to be all in the winter. You get the ropes are like bars of metal, like, you know, they're all iced up, and you sort of can't put them around the posts and the dollies and that, you know. But that's just one of the bad points of the job. Like when it gets cold, it can be really rough out there. But you sort of, if you enjoy it, yeah, that's it. It's all a case of like you like your job anyway, so you sort of. What's
the worst circumstances you both worked?
Fog is the worst.
Fog, yeah.
You can't,
terrible.
You can't get underway in fog. Once the fog comes in, that's it. You just have a turn. If you can't, you just can't do anything.
What you tend to do is you hang about all day, and then all of a sudden, as soon as the fog clears, you go and do it. So you end up getting being very late, you know. Whereas at least in the snow and the rain, right, you're getting wet, but you're getting the work done, and you can get home, like, you know.
As long as you watch what you're doing, you know, and you don't get your hands caught in the ropes when the barge fetches up, you know, you just got to watch what you're doing and take note from the older lightmen, and yeah, you know, they teach you how to do it.
Fingers or anything.
You can do it, you know, if you're unlucky.
Fingers like that instead of like that. We've got always in the job like that.
Always if a barge does. If a rope breaks and she goes, always let the barge go. I mean, you always get a new barge.
There's a saying, yeah, you always get a new barge, and you can always get, if you break a rope, you can always get a new rope. You can't get a new finger.
How dangerous is the current here? I mean, it seems to me it's ripping.
It can be very. If you was to fall down here now,